It goes private, first class lance corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, gunnery sergeant, master sergeant, master gunnery sergeant, and first. So I prepared myself well. I was running a lot. I didn't really start the running until summer. I think I started a mile and a half. Before you leave, you have to do a mile and a half in 13 minutes 30 seconds, 2 pull-ups, and 50 crunch or 44 crunch sit ups, I think it was. So I have a good date for my own privacy, but in August of that summer, ship day, it's reporting. You can just sit around and mess, and wait till they call you up, and then you swear in. Oh yeah, and the day before I had to take the initial strength test. I think I did 14 pull-ups, 60 crunches, and ran down half of 10 or something. Okay, so and then they eventually get you on a plane. But of course, you have to swear in first, and that's when you become a recruit. Like government property, there's basically no going back. When you had wanted out, you could cancel out. You have to repercussions for your recruit, of course, but once you swear in the second time, you're going back. You're recruiting, you go whether you like it or not. So they tell a plane to San Diego International Airport, and Longview base is my airport. So we're just hanging out. I think that's a food until the bus arrives, and then we have to work with us. And then the not the drill instructor, another Marine, had us stand shoulder to shoulder, and we on bus. And man, was I so excited and so relieved because one of the new Marines asked if we were shipmates. So when he's like, it's not bad. And I later came to find out that it actually wasn't. But nonetheless, I was not disappointed with my experience. The meetings and stuff was very hard compared to the things I was used to do in high school and at home growing up. So we get on the bus, we had to put us down, and they kind of takes time to get us, or tried to dissuade us. And after we arrived at the base, they do a check-in gate. That place had like 4 gates, and then we arrive at the receiving barracks as fast as I can, but you really can't because they want you to power walk. And I remember standing on those yellow footprints for it didn't seem like very long. I had to go like this, and put your thumbs together and leave Article 86 if you try to ditch and book it, and they will bring you back and discipline you under that military justice. They might put you in, I think, misconduct or disrespect, and they cover some other ones, and you have to pay me to read it because it's up on board. And also, find that we write about maybe you're not getting any sleep the first night. You're not allowed to sleep until the second night. So then, first thing that they do, you go through the door, is just another shot. For about maybe 20 seconds, like all like with no parts at all, and then they take you into another room that's well lit with a bunch of cubbies in it, and they have you basically down your civilian clothes and all, whatever you brought with you, and then they rebuild you from the socks up into a military uniform and so you count, and they're going to search you and shake you down, they're yelling at you and stuff, and then after you're done with these things, it's to you to look at the recruit in front of you and not be looking around, and that's really hard to have that kind of discipline. But I have to tell you what, as much as it was kind of out of the experience, it felt like I really wanted to be there, and I was obsessed with Marine Corps for probably a good year. So I mean, I just couldn't wait to ship out. And they gave it till most of the fully back when I was training. Really impressive drive and ambition compared to some the other guys that were didn't quite so serious and eager about it as me. Wish I could have got two other guys to join because if they did, I would have been promoted to a contract the first class, which is the second grade, and Buckeye, which is in each a little bit higher paid. And it's their way to the boot camp instead of just as regular project. So we started processing, get all of our uniforms, and go into the receiving barracks. I think. Or wait, no, we didn't do that. We had a bathroom break and then charge, which is not good. Because I set a record, I think, and it's also a forfeiture of all pay allowances. So yeah, they take you in this room with all these seats. We do the moment of truth, and sweatshirts, inside out, with our platoon running my platoon. 3140 India Company, lead series. So the next day, it's just a lot of you go to the medical, get shots. I didn't have to get the butt shot because I'm like penicillin, so that was a good thing. I usually got it down to where I could make it without anybody's help. Then we go to bed, and I don't know, I just had some thoughts in my head about the processing, and also I seem to remember the song that was playing in my head during the receiving experience. First out there, it was the song "Say My Name" by. Anyways, so yeah, I'll say. I don't know. I understand why. But anyways, I'm just gonna move on. I think I'll share it in a minute here. So the next day was Friday, the day we're supposed to meet. We've gotten a little bit of sleep. Oh, Destiny's Child. Yeah, Destiny's Child. Say My Name was playing in my head. And then the next day we do our initial strength test. I think I did really well on the stress was. I did like 60 crunch sit-ups, 15 pull-ups, and a run time of like 10:57. And I was just hungry for that. I really because that drill instructor that pushed me back and it was giving me a time to pedal stick that. I'll tell you what that is too a little bit later on. So eventually they march us to our main barracks where we meet our drill instructors. And for some reason I go to bed, but I didn't know that was the guy's bed. So he's like, "Oh, here to go, Lily, our new guy." Is a way to kind of ask me, so I had to take that leadership position, go around, make sure we guys do what we're supposed to do. And I got fired from that position, so I did. I don't know how it was off, but God be my witness. I actually felt like myself putting myself to a squad leader because when we marched to Chal to go eat, I just went to the front of the line. I think I was third squad and just started marching. And they called the cadets and very front. So I started out as a squad leader. I didn't last long because my marching skills weren't that good. They had to get a lot of extra help with. So I eventually got better, and I still haven't forgotten any of the movements. And then we meet our drill instructors. It's a speech. It's just like a video, and then they all get introduced. They basically say what they expect from us, and they'll treat us as they do our fellow Marines, and they will be treating with fairness, dignity, and compassion, and no time to be physically or verbally abused or what to do if are. And then they also says, above all, never quit. We do the challenge of crew training. to earn title United States Marine. And he sends all his drill instructors, and it's basically chaos, all hell breaks loose, and you gotta find your rack. You have to empty out all your stuff to make sure you have everything. And it just teaches you what you're supposed to know. And this early phase of training, it's called forming platoon phase. We go over a bunch of stuff. We get our 16 to service rifles and show you how to take it apart, put it back together. That was pretty easy actually. I didn't have any problems or struggles with that at all. I was crossed at the time. Now I'm Catholic. I wish I would have been then. I'm sure it would have been a lot better of the service. And then I think it was weird. Tuesday was the first training day, but they did talk to us. The company first started, like, as you guys know, this boot camp is all hard as you make it, as you can see. And our graduation day, and man, it's a little far away. It's like just got there already telling us about the idea of the tunnel, and then so the first was pretty easy. I mean, physically speaking, just did some PT and we did the rope climb, I think, and I already taught myself to do that prior in my prep board, about 25 to 30 feet high. You wrap your foot around the rope and you climb up hand over hand and lock your step on the rope on the foot that's wrapped around it. And you start climbing up it pretty easily. But the one time I did the obstacle course, the first time I don't think I made it to the top. The first time, so they ran F on hand. And I got in trouble that you have to do calisthenics as fast as you can and scream at the top of your lungs while you're doing it. And it seems like a couple of hours, it's probably really only about 20 to 30 minutes. I don't remember if I got IT the first or not, but all the first phase is a lot marching, which they call close. You march with the rifles. They teach you all 62 different movements. The hardest one was the sling arm, where you have to unsling your weapon. Josh stuff that where you guys have to be same pre-book with all the stuff from Marine Participatory to First Aid and all the classes that we were going to take. We've done classes in the first phase besides the marching. We've done classes like 3 times a week and on off days. We do called line training, hand-to-hand combat. So we teach you how to fight and defend yourself. These moves are very defensive, but eventually you how to slam down to the ground and a bunch of other things. They want you to be on screen and stuff, and then we also teach you how to fix a bayonet to a weapon and use that as well. They want you to sound enough out, or if not, you will get which is where the whole probably about the second week we obstacle and circuit course stuff. I'm thinking my his is so bad of what they're doing, and that's really the hardest part of the game. It's only 20% physical, 8% mental. The hardest part is the separation of the living world. The skyline in the background and houses up on the hills there, which I got to see when we went back to explore, but I'll get to that in a separate video about my travel experience to SoCal a couple years ago, and let it use a location device and pretty hard on you in there. You know, the guys that panic. I did okay, but the guy was a little. He says, "You know what? I'm not even." Tells the guy the golden clip where it's like, "Just right, fail all the way down." And he hands me back the rifle, like the movement, and my senior drill instructor comes up and fixes the belt. He's like, "Do I have to hold my hand? Do I have to hold your hand all the way through boot and Lily?" I'm like, "Of course, they know, sir." Like, back again and do a check of it in about 2 minutes. Each thing, I think. So I did that and the arms rusher and some first aid stuff. I think the belt was too off. I think I made 1 or 2 of them is 3%. They do structure, they do a bunch of, I was pretty nervous. I made 2 in the past. All those good tests, and then later on in the week you do the Kel Tower. I wasn't too afraid. I just, before I went up, you jumped at the county fair, 50 feet up. Oh, I have to bring it back earlier on training in a series commander interview, and he asked me why I joined. And I said to be the best or something like that. So I got 30 answers. So we go to the Kel Tower, we got our team, and our IDs to go north up to Camp Pendleton for weapons training. And yeah, it was just a lot of tests and a lot of things. Week 7 was pretty busy. So yeah, I didn't get confident. Of course, which has the slide like you on the tower, and you slide on that like cable that goes down an angle. So kind of verified their obstacle. So having just some oversized rungs, like a big oversized ladder about 40 feet high or something, crossover. They can run and climb back down over bigger heights, and then they have the apron, which is like a 20-foot rope that you climb and walk across these beams. You call ladder, and you leg around the rope, and you just like fast, you just go down it hand over hand. It's all right, you know. A lot of the other obstacle courses, they have to build your confidence in the bell tower. The point I can make it up for. I weighed about 130 pounds. I was about the same height, about 6 foot, I think. I guess I forgot why I joined the whole mission, but it was pretty intense. Okay, I seen the Marine uniform. I wanted to be able to wear it. After going for my college, or it was the bonus that would join something like that, and they were really impressed with why I joined the for being intense. It's one self confidence and part of being bigger than himself. Kind of part of the elite because they have you know right page and if you want to quit, your own instructor will bring change your I passed everything in first phase. I remember your requirements. I was leveled on the final 15 to 12 plus like 55 steps, and my time was like 26 minutes. You have 28 minutes to do a 3-mile run. I didn't get to do any of the practice ones because I was out on my duty, and then I learned all the fighting techniques, and I forgot to talk about pugil sticks, which I think we did our first match on week 2. So you have these oversized, what look like Q-tips, and they give you a helmet, and they give you it's a black jacket, and then you have to hit each other with them. And I think if you give them a blow, then you win the match. I can't remember if I won or not, but I kept fighting even after they did something like that. So they called me, and I was thinking about that guy that was giving me a hard time at first receiving. Okay, so then we do another one. We were on a little bridge about 4 feet off the ground, or something like that. And then I think I won the match. I'm not talking to you what you're trying to get aggressive. Nevertheless, until I left later on, for a reason why. So we completed phase 1 the first week, and we got phase 2 on our Camp Pendleton on the bus. And give you right when you get there, they will issue you your pack. Call it. It's like your backpack, all your stuff you need, and you use the Kevlar helmet. And you have to carry it around with you where you go. Now we're on what's called Breath Week. So we're doing that. We're snapping in, so we're going to all the things. We qualified, and then we get the prone, the kneeling, the standing, and seeing all unsupported. There's like 3 cases of marksmanship, so that week was kind of boring. Pretty relaxing. We didn't do any camping, and then Kettleston on the Oceanside, California. Pretty beautiful place to drive by. You smell the ocean, and you can see cars on the freeways. That's another tease. You're like, you feel like you're in jail, kind of. So we did that. We did Snapping Week and Friendship, and then a 5 mile hike. And that was not bad. On Saturday, hills on that one. And then the next week we do qualification week. And Saturday, this is where I really think. So we do 200 yards, 300 yards, 500 yards. That's the one I couldn't really pass. So keep in mind that I was overconfident. I thought I was going to shoot effort. But my coach is unqualified, so they call us experts. So you know that we practice like a week targets. So I got ready for it. We're stopping on a run like one time, and then we just did the snap week in, and then the qualification again. Remember with that doing a lot harder. PD and treating me like shit in there. They were constantly making fun of me and giving me a hard time. I was just like a good Marine shit, and we do the 8 mile hike, like fall down, and like practice of my money when I get back. I keep and asking if I were a smoker and stuff. This person said no, although I could smoke a little bit. I stopped when I'm down, so I get good shape. So I'm part of that platoon for like 2 weeks, and like something happens. The 500 allowed, and then I did complete that 8 mile hike, which is very. He did say something to motivate me. He's like, you know what, Nick? I'm gonna make you a hard Marine, whether you let or not. We're turning you guys from in to 6 men. That's like still proud of myself completing that 8. I did exactly how I worded. I didn't really want to be there more, but they call that refusing to. They knew that I had trouble with fundamentals and marksmanship, and so they gave me an entry level separation. So they call it early discharge for failing to qualify for 16 service rifle, and then they send me back to base across south. Okay, and I even remember on that bus right back there was my imagination by the Temptations, which is pretty cool here. But anyway, so if I was able to would have done a field week in infiltration where you're with your rifle and the gas chamber with your own CS gas, and you don't clear your mask, and you have to expose yourself to it for like 5 minutes or something. They do a firing course, a field firing course, limited exposure targets that are timed, range estimation, and shooting at moving targets, and supported positions, and then they teach you how to camp outside, set up the tents and everything, and eat meals ready to eat. Field temptation, and have a separate for that week. I remember they did go over the class on encountering rattlesnake, and those things freak me out still. You can say I've never seen one, I never do. Because I've had nightmares about those things since I was little. Also, the following week, well, they give some kind of inspection, but final inspection, I think. And you have to pass out when you get dropped on. I guess I probably would have passed it because they just asked you why you joined. It's the higher up lieutenant colonel, the battalion commander, to inspect you. So I probably would have done fine on that, I'm sure. And you do the final event. You'll achieve everything you're trying to get. It's called the Crucible. Only get 2.5 meals ready to eat, and you have 54 stations you got to complete. You get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep at night. Then you do a final hike up a mountain. Affectionate known as the Grim River. Has a lot of stayed up and a lot of sun. Last week, just graduation practice and just administrative stuff, and you graduate. It's very, very nice graduation ceremony, but I'm just hanging around the base, helping out with stuff, how processing base hurts. I'm still acting very distant, and I'm thinking about training I got and how it's achievable forever, how I'm going to apply it in civilian work world and my personal life and relationship. They don't really teach you how to be gentlemen, women, and everybody to be polite, professional at your job or whatever you're doing that requires that. They teach you values. Their values are honor, courage, and commitment. And those are good core values to have. So they don't only want to make you aware, they want to make you a better citizen as well. So I guess after graduation, we went to combat training and like US school and everything. But when I was 9, I never coded going back to the so that's about it. I think my discharge papers might have stuff on it, so I don't want to show them unless I cover that spot up. So, but after I got out, I felt like a Marine. Technically, I was not, but they were going to give me a fourth group a lot better. And a lot of things later on in training, I still held out with my motivation. I went in as a charger. Not as a charger, despite being sick with pneumonia and being treated like shit, because I was kind of a little bit of a screw guy sometimes, not to the point where they would hate me though. I don't know if they did that in any companies. I've heard rumors though. And the only other time I got physically abused was one time during fighting technical. Something was dirty, so he grabbed me like this, just lightly. But it wasn't bad. And also, so you get to blodge your boots after initial drill, and then you get your name tapes. It says U.S. Marines about this week. And then you get to roll up your sleeves and stuff, and then some kind of like little thing you formed it. You're not supposed to be. And you get just the side shakes. They shake your head for 7 weeks, and they do that once a week. Get to only shake beside you, and you can grow the top out of the second phase of it. Pulls in things and build your pain, and then by the time you're out of there, you got some hair on your head. And I decided to work that for like a while. So I got out, and a couple years after that, I was able to order the yearbook. I lost it, but fortunately, I still have my picture, and I was kind of on my own picture because I didn't recognize myself as a Marine. I never wore like that, sleeves and stuff. And I also have a lot of moto shirts. I have one that says Marine Changes Forever, and I have one of those green sweatshirts still. Like a couple of their little hats, like a bear clubber, the white hat with the gold, a little bit bigger, and then the color was there's with an eagle glowing under. I have all three of the bunch of and actually all through. So I really do feel like 100% Marine. I have had drink going back to a couple times, and there was one dream I had where I was in the processing phase and I was actually a quarter tough guy, and they could tell I'd been there before. The drill instructor asked why I not made it. I was like, this recruit failed to qualify with 8682 service recklessly, or I kind of did that in ASMR mode because I don't like talking too loud, and I kind of have been told about the type of voice that your deaf I like to keep it that way. They call me voice. And what you all enjoy the video. A lot of ones are a little bit shorter guys that talk about their boot camp experience, and it really changed my life. I constantly think about it. It's like something that I'm in love with. So I think the next video I might be surprised, and I'm sure we'll cut the short now. I hope you all have a good night, and